So over the weekend, we actually had a Russian guy go viral because he's been in Africa sleeping with hundreds of women and literally displaying how quote unquote easy it is to actually do so for his Russian audience back home. Now we're gonna go into it, we're gonna understand what's going on, I'm gonna give you guys the update and leave your thoughts down below. Let's get into it.
Breaking news. This is why this guy is trending. Can you imagine this? He is going in different African countries and taking videos of different African women. And he is posting these videos on Russian website, giving Russian men tips on how to get any African woman. According to the videos that he has already posted, he said that you don't need any effort if you need any African woman. So according to the videos, you can see it. He just approached the woman and then they go to the hotel. And he said that sometimes they don't ask for money and sometimes they only ask for $20. So this guy have slept with over 400 women in Africa. So he have gone already to Ghana and he was in Kenya and he is planning to go to South Africa. But according to some information, he has been arrested because of posting all these videos. And also according to some information that this guy, he has HIV infections. I don't know about this one, but some people, they are saying this.
Now that's just crazy. Like the situation in of itself is already mad. If it's now a case where he also has HIV, very mad, very, very mad, because now not only are you basically exploiting these ladies for, being from a different country, coming to places like Africa and obviously taking advantage of the fact that, look, when the ladies are seeing you, they're probably thinking you're a golden ticket. They're probably thinking, especially from the videos, I'm going to show you guys some videos that he's actually posted, right? From the videos, he comes up to the lady saying, yo, I'm from Russia, da 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 da. And naturally, a lot of these African ladies are probably thinking, okay, this is my way out of Africa. He's going to basically like me, take me out of Africa, etc. Do you know what I mean? So you're infringing upon ladies that, yes, it's consensual, but they don't necessarily know any better. That's just my take on it, right? We already understand that tourism has been a thing for years and years and years. In fact, things like prostitution is literally the oldest profession in history, right? Now, when it comes to the whole tourism thing, this is something that if you look into, again, the red pill space, etc., I'm not a part of that and stuff like that. But whenever I see videos from them, you have a big thing right now where a lot of guys are basically going their own way. They're joining that whole MGTOW movement where they're basically on a vibe like, look, ladies, don't want to deal with them. I'm going to basically travel out to a different country and become a passport bro in order for me to basically enjoy me being a quote unquote, rich guy, or being a guy that I believe actually basically get more. That's how these guys basically think in their minds, right? So I don't believe the concept is actually new at all. Like, let's be real. What is new is the fact that this guy is basically being caught because the two places he's basically gone to, if it's a case of the HIV and stuff like that as well, that's just mind games, man. It's mind games. And the second thing is just the whole case of him being a white person basically doing it and taking advantage of these black ladies as well. It's crazy. Let me know what you guys think down below in the comments anyways. Let's watch the rest of the video.
Can you imagine sleeping with all these women in Africa? And he's seen this like as a game. He doesn't care. He's saying that he can get any woman. He is approaching any type of woman. Either you are old, you are young, or whatever. He doesn't care. Breaking news. This is why.
And it's very, very likely that when he was back home, he wasn't really getting any play because that's that's typically why a lot of these guys basically do it. But you can literally see another video right here where he's literally in action. I'm gonna show you guys right now. Look.
That's a shot like this one, but in a jar.
Ah,
Yeah.
okay.
Hi.
I like how you look.
Thank you very much.
Okay. You are married? Are you married?
No?
No?
Yeah.
I from Russia, but I live here.
You live in Kenya.
Yeah.
When you come back, I'll come to see you.
Mm.
Okay?
And yeah, this is literally a 7-minute video of him basically seeing different ladies. Like, you got over 10 ladies here. I think it was, counting off the top of my head, like, this is more than probably 10, as you guys can basically see. So he's doing it time and time again, basically showing to his boys back home in Russia that, look, it's easy to basically do this, etc. Now, it's crazy. It's crazy. You even got a comment over here. The guy's basically saying he came with 5 sentences. Basically, hello, how you doing? You look good. I'm from Russia. Come with me. And he basically just banking, right? And that, I believe, is the reason why he's going viral back home in Russia as well, because the Russian guys are probably thinking, what, is that easy to basically, like, get their way and things like that? It's such a, you could say, a sad thing to kind of see, but again, with all the things that's basically going online where, the whole men versus ladies, the whole black versus white, all these arguments are going online, right? You're starting to get people that are leaning into all these extremist type of views. And with these people leaning into these type of views, you're now gonna get a bunch of men specifically on the internet on the vibe of like, look, if my ladies back home are not doing it and basically not allowing me to have access to them, I'm gonna fly out to a different country and basically do it with these type of ladies. And me personally, it doesn't necessarily sit well with me personally, to be very, very honest with you. But based on some of the comments and based on how different people are reacting to it, of course, you got the ladies basically saying, yo, this is mind games. You got some men on my stance where it's like, bro, this is kind of crazy, like just patting up, especially with the whole HIV thing as well. That's insane. You're putting people's life at danger. Then you got an other side of the men where they're on a vibe of like, it's free access, 400 women. What? For me, getting it for free or paying $20 or so on and so forth. It's crazy. So this is what's going on right now. Now, we got a take from this gentleman over here. I'm going to literally show you guys and then let me know what you guys basically think. He has very, very, very strong views against the gentleman anyway. So we're going to actually dive into it. Let's get into it, man.
African men, we really need to have a serious conversation. Because what essentially has happened is this Russian man has come to Africa to reconquer us as men. This has nothing to do with our women. This has nothing to do with African women. This is all about us. And if you start being emotional for a minute, you'll see it. See, it starts like this, right? Every group of men on this planet, every race of men, every demographic of men on this planet, one thing that they do is they gatekeep their women. Look at Arab men. Look at white men, European men. Look at Asian men. Look at South American men. Every group of men gatekeep their women. The only men that don't do that is us. I made a video a while ago where I said black men have become universal cuckolds. I referenced what's his name, Travis Kelce. When Travis Kelce broke up with whatever her name is, last year's NFL season, I guess Travis Kelce didn't perform as good as anybody wanted him to. There were black men in America, black men making videos on the internet, podcasts. Black men were making podcasts saying that this man who comes from the race of men that enslaved us, that still rule over us in America, would have done better if he was fucking my biological mate. The absurd level of cuckoldry in that conversation. I called out a few men. Some of them came threatening me, this, that. We became cuckolds. And now this Russian man has come to expose the entire continent of African men. All of us, including you North Africans.
Now, before he carries on, right, I always try to give, you can say, a balanced view, and obviously we can have a discussion down below in the comments. With what he's saying, I agree, and I also kind of disagree. The disagreement aspect of it is, like I mentioned earlier in the video, where you've been having the passport bros for years and years and years, like decades, bro. This has been a thing where, for example, you would have, I don't know, white people, for example, go over to Thailand and have their way. You would have people of different races go over to maybe a Colombia or Brazil, have their way, etc. So I don't necessarily believe it's a race thing. But I also agree in the fact that at the end of the day, you need to protect your ladies. And based on the examples he's basically going to give in history, that's what's always been the case. Whereas when it comes to black men in particular, it would almost appear as if though people feel comfortable doing this and doing these type of exploits because they fear that, or they feel as if though there's no consequence. There's nothing to basically fear. So let's see when he's saying that, and then obviously you guys let me know down below as well. Make sure to like and also comment and subscribe as well, please, guys.
Because first things first, why are there no videos that we know universally sexual when it comes to sexual dominance universally nobody can fuck with black men, right? So why are there no videos of black men in Europe, in Asia, in South America doing the exact same thing, making hundreds of videos of how easy it is to fuck other races of women? Why are we not doing it? You know why? Because we know what the fuck will happen to us if we did that shit with their women. If we went to another country as foreigners and we did that shit to other women, wives, we know we're not leaving that country in one piece. And even if we manage to escape every other black man in that country will pay for it. We know this. It's not a conversation. We know this. Every other group of men gatekeep their women. Do you know what started the French Revolution during the Second World War? The French Resistance, sorry. Look this up. French men woke up one day and realized how many of their women were fucking German men, and that shit was enough. They were like, hell the fuck no. It took them a while, but eventually they woke up. And when they won the Second World War, after they kicked the Germans out, all the French women that had anything to do with German men, they shaved all their heads. For almost a year, they were not allowed to have hair. Almost 250,000 French women, if I'm not mistaken. Look this up. They shaved all their heads. I need you to imagine what would happen right now if me or any other black man gets this same goggles that this man used and I went to any other European country, Moldova. There's a video. I made a video about this. I kept searching the last 2 days. I couldn't find it because I was trying to make a video to use that video to prove my point for this video, but I just couldn't find it. So I decided, what the hell? There's a video of over 40 European men walking around their city at night looking for black men to hurt because too many black men are dating their women. We weren't disrespecting them. We weren't uploading videos of their wives and their mothers and their aunties being easy for us to fuck and load on and sell online. No, we were dating them, literally being together, sharing love. That was enough. About 40 of them.
Yeah, 100%. Because at the end of the day, when it comes to other races, that's just what they're on. You know, when it comes to obviously interracial couples is a thing. Obviously, we're more open to that as well, especially when you're from a place like London. I'm from London. Very, very. In fact, I think it's one of the most multicultural kind of places within the entire world. Then you got, let's say, New York, also Canada, right? Other than that, a lot of people that basically speak down on interracial relationships and basically look down on it tend to be part of, you know, cultures and in environments where it's majority them in that place. And even past that, 'cause I don't want to be ignorant here, even past that, throughout history has always been the case where, you know, black people tend to always go with black people, white people tend to always go with white people, Indian people tend to always go with Indian people. So you tend to want to marry and want to procreate with the reflection of yourself. That's just how human beings are naturally wired. Obviously, the things that can now change it is obviously natural attraction, your environment, maybe your religion, maybe your culture, so on and so forth, right? So what he's saying is it's accurate. It is accurate, bro, because when it comes to, I know it's not necessarily as much of the case anymore, but with white people, for example, when they saw that many black men basically going after them, or even see black men being desired by their ladies, you started having different narratives basically being pushed on black men, like they're mad aggressive, don't trust them, the hip hop culture, etc. So we're seen as undesirable to all these other ladies, when in reality, well, we're one of the most desirable kind of people to basically all these other ladies. You know what I mean, right? At least on the physical standpoint. So it's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy what's going on here, man. It's crazy what's going on here. This is a new topic that I'm discussing over here. Usually we talk about hip hop media, what's going on in terms of like the hip hop news, the celebrity gossip, etc. But I thought I'd touch on this because this is very, very, it's heartbreaking to see, but it's also an interesting topic. I'm very, very curious to hear what you guys also think as well down below in the comments. So, my people, then, if you enjoyed today's video, again, like I said, make sure to like, make sure to comment, and most importantly, subscribe. We're trying to build a channel all the way to the moon. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.